called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen, baby. How y'all doing this evening? How y'all doing this evening? We about to start some trouble. We about to start a little trouble this evening, okay? Just a little something, something. I'm not going to have y'all hold y'all too long. Just a little something, something. The title of this foolery tonight is Take Heed was born into the hyena kingdom. Yes, Take Heed was born into the hyena kingdom. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Okay? Yes, I was, baby. Yes, I was. I was born into the hyena kingdom. The same kingdom that I talk about each and every day on my platform. I was born into this kingdom. This is why I can talk about it, because I know your end. I know your end, baby. I know your end. See, a lot of people will get up here and they'll act like they have never done any wrong in their life. They will get up here on these platforms and they will act like they have never done anything. Their whole life was perfect. Do you hear me? They will get up here and act like they have done nothing. Their whole life was perfect. They have always been a good woman. I have not always been a good woman. I have done nonsense in my day. I have done nonsense in my day. So when I come up here and I'm talking to you young women about you got to change your mindset, that I know your end, I really know your end. I really know the shit that you going through. I kid you not. So when I come up here and I say I was born into the hyena kingdom, baby, I was born into the hyena kingdom. I know the shit that you're doing. I know the nonsense that you are doing. I know the nights when you cry, baby. That's why when I talk to y'all, some of that shit hits you in your chest. Yes, let's talk about it. Some of that shit hits you in your chest. Okay? Now, the sound that y'all hear, those are, what they call those things? Y'all know the 4th of July, you know. So they doing firecrackers outside, okay? Because I live in a good neighborhood. This ain't no crazy nonsense, okay? Now, I know your end. When I get up here and I'm talking to you and I'm saying, try to get on one accord with that baby daddy. Let that child be around his father, his or her father. Okay? Let the child know his father or her father. And I say, no matter what you think of this man, this child needs this baby. When I say this to you, you immediately come up with an excuse of why the child can't be around the daddy. But I understand. You see what I'm saying? I understand. But the thing I'm trying to teach you is that this thing is going to ricochet off of you, okay? And it's going to bounce back. Do you hear what I'm saying? This thing going to do a 360 on you, because you call yourself trying to protect the child, saying he can't be around his father because his father is doing XYZ. But the problem is, you knew he was doing XYZ beforehand. Do you understand? When I tell y'all, stop trying to prevent these children from knowing their father, I know your end. I know when the child turns on you. You see what I'm saying? I know when the child gets grown and they turn on you, because they're so upset and hurt about the man that you chose to be their father. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So this is the problem that we have in our community. Okay? This is the problem that we got, because we want to alienate the father. Okay? We want to alienate the father, but it turns out to bust you in your face. Because now the child has questions when they become grown. And when I say I know your end and what's the next move, baby, it is painful, honey. It is painful. You read the title, right? It says, Take Heed was born into the hyena kingdom. That's how I know your next move, especially on social media. When y'all put up posts that don't make no sense, when y'all call yourself trying to get indignant with each other, I already know your next move because I have done the nonsense. I have done it. Okay? I have not always been take heed to the message. When I say that my husband saved me, I'm speaking facts to you. When I say that my husband came and picked me up from baby mama lane up the street around the corner, baby, I'm preaching the truth to you. The only thing is that I had a mindset changing and I wanted different. I wanted greater. That's the only thing. I didn't want to sit in to the nonsense that I was taught. I didn't want to believe the nonsense I was taught anymore. Mind you, since I told you I grew up in the hyena kingdom, I learned a lot from my mother and her sisters about how men ain't shit. Mind you, they had boys. They had boys, they had brothers. Thank you, Miss O. I appreciate you. Mind you, they had sons, they had brothers, and they would get up here and talk about how men ain't shit. I appreciate you, Miss O. Thank you. Used to talk about how men ain't shit. And this is what I was raised on. Until I got grown and I'm like, why can't I keep a man? Now, mind you, I have encountered great men in my day. Wonderful jobs and everything. Character and all that. Okay? Character was amazing. All right? But the thing is that I couldn't keep them because of my mindset. My mindset was off. You got that right. You got that right, JJ. You got that right. Those aunties are something serious, especially if they are single. You speaking facts. This is the whole thing right here. This is the whole thing. When we're taught something, we think it's right. It's only until we start looking around that something is wrong. And I'll share something with you. I didn't understand something was wrong until after my first marriage failed. And I was 19. First marriage failed. I was 19 years old. Stayed married 3 years. After that marriage failed, and a couple years down the line, I had got married again. But beforehand, okay? Beforehand, I'm like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Because I remember a brother I encountered. This was a good brother. I had dated him for a couple years. And he said to me, you are kind. You are very sweet. You got a good heart. But, you know, you masculine. Okay? Now, he said alpha female. Okay? I believe he said alpha female. And I didn't understand it. Because I wasn't in the social media space at that time. I was young. I didn't understand all this that I'm doing right now. And I don't even know if they was talking about this back then. Okay? So now he said to me, you're a good person. You got a good heart. You're very kind. But, you know, you're masculine. He basically was telling me, you're a man. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting that because I was taught from my mother and her sisters that black women are strong. We're independent. We don't need no man. Men ain't shit. You're going to always be able to take care of your own long as you got a job. You know? This is what I was taught growing up. Okay? And even though my mama was in the world, we had an auntie who she was the head honcho, may her soul rest in peace. Anything that happened in our family, we had to go to her. She was the head HIT. Okay? The head HIT. You know what I mean. Yeah, I know what I mean. I'm trying to I'm trying to be listen, she was the head, y'all. Okay? Head nigga, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay? I can't, you know what, let's just say it. She was the head ninja in charge. Okay? SHIT. The head ninja in charge. Okay? She ain't take no shit. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Shit, she ain't take no shit. She was the head ninja in charge. She ain't play no games. Okay, she played no games at all with anybody in our family. Okay, and so if you fucked up, you had to go see her. She was like our big mama, cause my grandmother passed away when I wasn't born yet when my grandmother passed away. So she ran everything. Okay. So if anything happened, you had to go through her. And she taught us that we didn't need no man. Mind you, she was married for years. But boy, she was a problem for my uncle. She was, but she was masculine. She was hard. You know what I'm saying? Like she just would tell you straight to your face, I don't need you, ninja. I don't need you. You here because I want you to be here. You ever had a woman that'll tell you that? I listen. You here because I want you to be here. I don't need you. You know. And she was that type of woman. So we all looked up to her because she was that type of woman that I don't need no man. You know. So this is how we were taught. You don't need no man. You don't need no man. You could do everything by yourself. But the thing is, they never tell you the nights when you cry, when you raising children alone, that you go in here, you having babies with Pookie and Rere, and there's nobody around. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody around to help you when you're struggling with these children. Okay? There's nobody around. When the kids get indignant, you got to handle it on your own. A lot of toxicity, okay? When I was growing up, just nonsense I was taught. And it was only until I got in my 20s, my late 20s, not late 20s, I say mid 20s, and I walked into my second husband. I walked into him all because of a little trouble at the laundromat. I met my king. Okay? And at the time I was walking into my transition. I was transitioning from being in the hyena kingdom. But I was still there. Like one leg was like still hanging on into the hyena kingdom. And when my king met me, he just immediately knew I was going to be his wife. He just knew it. And I remember him telling me like 2 weeks into us dating, he was like, you my wife. And I looked at him like, I like this man crazy. He done lost his mind. Who marrying you? I'm saying in my mind, who marrying you? Who marrying me? I'm saying. Like, why somebody want to marry me? Right? So he's like, you my wife. You are my wife. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at him. I'm like, this man done lost his mind. I was like, he don't even know how I really act. Because mind you, my representative is at the forefront. My representative is at the forefront. So he only sees the representative, right? But my king is very observant. He watch you. He watch you. And that's one thing I love about him. He can scope out somebody and their character just by watching them. So he knew my representative was at the forefront. So one day we had like a heated argument and my mouth just rang off. Y'all already know how my mouth do. Y'all know, whoever follow my content, you know how my mouth do. My mouth ring off. Okay? And so One day my mouth rung off and we were going at it like heated argument. And he looked at me, he said, I already knew that you was like this. CDTBs, thank you, sir, for the 1 month membership. Oh, no, it's a membership. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for showing me love tonight. I appreciate you. So, anybody who follow my content, y'all know how my mouth is, okay? Let's understand that part. And so, when we got into this heated argument, he said to me, I always knew that you were like this. And I said, like what? He was like, I always knew your mouth was like this. He's like, you're a good woman. You're very kind. You got a good heart. But your mouth is bad. And he said, we going to correct your mouth on how you talk to me. And I looked at him. I said, what the? I was going off. He was like, no, you're going to learn. So the way I talked to him, my king would turn it around and say it back to me. And that shit would hurt. It would hurt. And he said, how you like that? Do you like that? And I'm like, no. He was like, okay. So if you don't like it, what you think I like? Do you think I like it? And I just said, no. He said, okay then. You're going to learn how to talk to me with respect. Now I'm going to share something with you. Jay, thank you for the $1.49. Thank you, JJ, for the $1.49. I appreciate you. So he said, you're going to learn how to talk to me. Okay? So now, mind you, I had to learn how to sit in my mess. Can you imagine being taught at age 20 something, okay, that you got to change the way you talk. You got to change the way you behave because the way you behave is blocking your blessing. Can you imagine being taught this? And all the training that you have been taught from growing up, you're independent, you don't need no man. I could do bad all by myself. That nonsense that we're taught when we're young as black women. I'm queen, black girl magic. I can't do nothing wrong. Also happy wife, happy life nonsense. All these things I was taught growing up. And I thought it made sense. Okay? I thought it made sense. That women are sugar and spice and everything nice. It was until my king began to show me different ways of how to handle things. Okay? And I'm going to share something with you. This training I had was from the first time I came out the womb. Can you imagine trying to reteach somebody? You live in a hyena kingdom and all your life, and then when you get 20 something, you got to be retaught that what you were taught was wrong. And that's coming from a man that came from a 2-parent household. Do you understand? A 2-parent household. Both of his parents been together from his conception. Do you understand? And they raised a family together. May both of their souls rest in peace. But he was taught proper on how a man raises and takes care of his children and how he loves his wife and he gives correction to the wife even when she doesn't like it. Can you imagine? All I'm saying is that, ladies, if you want to be married, a mindset change needs to be done. Just because you grew up in the hyena kingdom does not mean that you have to stay there. It doesn't mean you have to stay there. Just because you was raised in this kingdom does not mean you have to stay there. Because the lies that we have been told growing up, honey, that our men ain't shit, that our men will never be shit. Our men are horrible fathers. They don't want to work and all these things. All this shit that we were taught was a lie. All this stuff that we were taught was a lie. Now let me share something with you. Am I saying there are no bad men out there? I'm lying if I tell you that. There are bad men out there. You just got to learn how to vet and take your time. You got to stop passing a collection plate. Okay? Stop passing that pussy collection plate like it's candy. You got to stop that. Hey, Young, what's going on, baby? It's good to see you. You got to stop passing that pussy like it's a collection plate. That's what it is. You got to change your mindset. Hey, 18, what's going on? You got to change your mindset. That's the whole thing. A mindset change needs to take effect. Stop listening to these scallywags that you deal with. All these women that's around you. They have so many women that teach garbage on these social media streets. First time you hear a woman get up here and say men ain't shit, turn from her. Turn from her. Turn from her. Turn from her because she's trying to teach you nonsense. She's trying to teach you foolery. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that men are perfect. That's a motherfucking lie. I'm lying. I'm lying if I tell you that. I'm lying if I tell you that. A mindset change needs to be done so that you can walk into the right man. Because I always tell y'all, shit beget shit. Most of us come from the hyena kingdom. It takes somebody to come by the hyena kingdom and point to you and say you don't belong there. It takes somebody to point to you that you don't belong there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you could be outside the castle walking around because you're wondering like, why are we all in the castle together? Like all the time you turn around, it's nothing but toxicity. Okay? So now you wondering like, should I leave this kingdom? But you're sitting there like, where do I go? Where do I go? How do I get retaught? You know? And then a man walk past and he say, you don't belong here. And you looking at him like he crazy. And he say, you don't belong here. You my wife. And now you looking at him like something is wrong with this man. What is going on with this man? So now he pulls you away from the hyena kingdom. You're fighting. You're fighting. There's going to be a fight first. It's not going to be easy. You're fighting to stay in the kingdom. Even though you know you're not happy in the kingdom. You know you're not happy there. So you're fighting what you were taught. So now as time go on, and it shouldn't take a lot of time. It shouldn't take a lot of time. He's teaching you. So you're going to be doing baby steps because you got to be retrained from all the nonsense that your grandmother and your mama and your aunties taught you. You got to be retrained. Mine took 2 years. Mine took 2 years. Mind you, okay? Mind you, my husband was willing to teach. He was willing to teach. And I'm going to share something with you. I was willing to listen. There are a lot of women who are not willing to listen. They rather listen to their girlfriends telling them nonsense instead of listening to the man who took their hand and said, I deem you worthy as wife. And this is how you destroy your family when you listening to your girlfriends outside. And I would have done the same thing too. I would have done the same thing too. I had a girlfriend in my ear telling me nonsense, telling me all types. Why you gotta listen to him, this and that, and all this. You make this much money and all this stuff. I had a girlfriend telling me the same thing. And I had to one day tell her, I love my husband. He's a good man. I love him. And I feel like he ain't telling me anything wrong. My husband, since we've been married, my husband has never told me anything evil. He has never led me in anything nonsense that would hurt me. But when you have friends that secretly don't want to see you do well, they will tell you nonsense. They will tell you nonsense that will destroy your home. Okay? Either she be black, she be white, she be Asian, she be Hispanic. Do you hear me? Hey baby, I see you. How you doing, honey? Either color she be, she will come up here and tell you nonsense to destroy your home. Because they don't want to see you happy. This is why when I get up here and I tell you, I know your end, I really know your end. I really know your end. I'm telling you to watch out for these friends who will tell you nonsense about your husband. I'm telling you about your friends that will have you go against this man because he want to see greater come into the household. I'm telling you things that when you and him, she's telling you, she's feeding you all this information about your husband and how you and how let me say that one more time. And how you think, not how you think, but how she thinks your marriage should go. So she's going to give you false information. Okay? False information because she wants to destroy your home. Because she wants to destroy your home. So in that sense, what'll happen is if you go and take the bait and destroy your home, right? You go and take the bait and destroy your home. She'll be the one in his DMs hollering at him. This is why I tell y'all, be mindful of women friends. Because they will destroy your home. I say this to y'all a lot, but you don't hear me. You think I'm making it up. But I got a living testimony, honey. A living testimony. And if my king was shady, if he was on some demon time, I wouldn't be here today telling you that I'm going on married 17 years. You see, your girlfriend will tell you nonsense, but then will be talking to your husband in his DMs. Or if y'all break up, she'll get up there and start talking to your husband and saying, oh, okay, we'll get up here and tell your husband, she never was good for you. She never was good for you. She never really wanted you. All these lies that these women friends will tell you. My sisters, y'all gotta take heed. Take heed. Don't be fooled by nonsense. Don't be fooled by smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by smoke and mirrors. You will destroy your home because your girlfriend is secretly jealous. Do you think she liked that every time you turn around you talking about how good your husband is? Or how kind he is to you? Do you think she happy about that? Or when y'all go on vacations and stuff like that, do you think she happy about that? Do you think she happy about how you have somebody in the same bed, y'all in the same bed every night, somebody gets to hold you, kiss on you and caress you, and she don't have nobody to do that for her because she's not ready to change. My sisters, just because you come from the hyena kingdom does not mean you have to stay there. Oh, you said you are saying what my mom always told me, even as a teenager, to be careful of your female friends, especially when you have a man. Baby, it's correct, honey. It's correct, baby. It's correct. Mm-hmm. Now, George said, my current situation with my wife, but it's more her mother than friends. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. I understand. So the mama is strongly in the hyena kingdom teaching her something. And you know what? I will pray about it, my brother. I will pray about it. Mm-hmm. Talk to God. Get God in on that. I'm telling you right now. Get Yahweh in on that. He gonna stop that nonsense. Get him in on that. Mm-hmm. Because that mother, all she gonna do is walk her daughter out of the blessing. That's all she gonna do. That's all she gonna do. She gonna walk her daughter right out of the blessing. I know what me and my husband, when our children get married, we said we not gonna be in anything with them. We not gonna agree with anything our children do if they do wrong. We not. We already said that if they ever try to come over here and they married, we sending them back home. Long as ain't nobody laying hands on you, you better go back home and figure that mess out. Mm-hmm. That's what we gonna tell them. We not gonna agree with no foolery. Don't you can't stay over here. Oh, you said 26 years mama been a thorn, baby. You got to pray. You got to get in there and talk to God. There's a problem there. Mm-hmm. Cause let me share something with you. I'll share this with you. Hey King, what's going on, sir? I'll share this with you. Even mamas are jealous of their girls too. Yeah. Even mamas are. If the mama ain't never been married, or if she been married but the marriages were failing, and then she see her daughter marriage thriving, you know, is thriving, is doing well, it's secret jealousy there. I kid you not. I kid you not. Now I don't know about other cultures, but I know in the melanated family is like that. American. I'll say American, because uh, Africa is not like that. They so happy that when they children marry and they mind their business, long as you ain't laying hands on nobody, they mind their business. Yeah. And then also they have, if some foolery happen in the marriage, you gotta come before the elders and y'all gotta talk about it. And then the elders make a decision if y'all two can't make the decision. So this is one thing I do love about African culture. But in America, the parent will pick the side. Oh, my child is this. Nope. What we supposed to be doing is pushing those children back together. Long as they ain't laying hands on each other, push those children back together. Y'all better go sit down and work it out. You better go sit down and work it out. Okay? Because what happens is, oh, my elders are done. LOL. Oh, okay. Yeah, she got to break that cycle. A-Team is right. She got to break that cycle. I just tell you like this, and I'll keep telling you just like this. Talk to Yahweh. Talk to Yahweh. Get Yahweh involved in that mess. I'm telling you right now. He'll stop that nonsense. Get him involved in it. I'm telling you. Prayer work. People don't believe prayer work, but it work. Prayer work, honey. Prayer work. God hears you. Prayer work. I'm telling you right now. I'm so sorry you going through all that, honey. I know how hard it is. I understand. Hey, Malik, what's going on, sir? So now, what I wanted to say to y'all is that when I come up here and I'm pushing my content, it's only because I know what you're doing. When I'm talking to you, I know what you're doing. My young ladies, I'm telling you, I have seen some shit. I have been through some storms. I'm not sitting up here just judging you. As I talk about baby mamas, it's a two-edged sword. I was a baby mama. As I'm talking about you doing holy shit, I have done some nonsense in my day. Do you understand? So it's a two-edged sword. As I'm preaching to you, it's cutting me too. It's cutting me too. Okay? When I tell you be mindful of who you lay with, it's cutting me too. When we talk about deletions, it's cutting me too. This is why you always hear me say I got blood on my hands. I'm not a content creator that come up here and say that I have never done anything wrong. I'm lying. I'm lying. Somebody can dox me right now. I'm lying. If I tell you I have never done anything wrong and I have always been saved and sanctified, that's a lie. Nope, that's a lie. That is a lie. From the pit of hell, I have done nonsense. So when I get up here and I'm talking about what's going on and what's your end and how you handling it and how it's wrong, I'm telling you because I know. I'm telling you because I know. Do you understand? When I say to you, I was born into the hyena kingdom. I was born there, baby. I know what's going on. You can't chuck and jive me. You can't. See, a lot of content creators, they get up here, they talk about the situation that has happened in the community or what they have heard. But I actually lived this nonsense. I actually lived it. I don't have charts and I don't have stats. I don't have none of those things. I just get up here and run my motherfucking mouth. That's all I do. Okay? I ain't got shit written down. All I got is I write a damn title on that bullshit and I get up here and turn on the camera. That's all I do. Okay? I don't have shit fixed up or nothing. Okay? Only thing I got is when I'm sharing shit on IG. Okay? And I save it in our group chat and then you hear me play the shit. That's it. That's it. Okay? I'm just coming up here being myself. Okay? Being myself. This is my real self right here. Okay? I'm trying to get through to y'all who going through something. I'm trying to tell you, don't agree with the world that it's okay to be a baby mama. See, I lived the baby mama life, and I'm currently living the wife life, and I'm going to share something with you. Ain't nothing like being a wife. Ain't nothing like being a wife. First time I experienced getting pregnant by my husband, I had bawled into tears because I said, how can I get pregnant by this man? I just got to know this man. This man is going to leave me. This man is going to leave me. That is the first thing I put in my mind, because you want to know why? I have been done like that before. So I immediately said, I have lost this man. I have lost this man. This is what I said. I lost this man. How can I just get pregnant like that? Okay? I was hurt. And I remember coming home and he was there and he said, what happened? You know, you were at the doctor's office for a long time. What happened? And I got angry, I got upset, and I sat down and I said to him, you don't have to be with me no more. I don't care. I have raised the child on my own. I don't need no man. This because I'm going into the things that I was taught from my mother and my aunties and them. So I'm just like trying to shield myself because I'm like, this man gonna try to hurt me or something like that, because this is what I had in my mind. This man is gonna hurt me. When you have a situation that happened to you before and somebody tried to jump on you because or threaten you because you were pregnant, you immediately think it's going to happen again. So now I'm in my mode, like, whatever, I don't care. I'm gonna take care of my baby, this and that. And in my mind, my heart, my mind, everything was crazy. And you know what my king did to me? This is what he did to me. Anybody who follow my channel, y'all know this story. He got up. Now, mind you, when he got up, because we was at the table talking, when he got up, I had balled my fists up under the table because I was like, if this man hit me, I'm going to go to war in this kitchen. That's what I was thinking in my mind, okay? He got up. He kissed me on my forehead and told me thank you. And you know what happened? I just immediately started crying. Can you imagine? 18 said a trauma response. Yep. And I'll share something with you. From that day, my king had my mind. He already had my mind already because I was focused on him. But from that day, he had my mind fully, my mind, body, and soul from that day. And he sat down. I was crying. He said, stop crying. Hey, Tara, what's up, baby? He said, Malik, I hope I greeted you, sir. I hope I greeted you. Fight or flight. Yes, that's what it was, Malik. So now he sat down and he told me that you pregnant, and in my culture, I got to treat you like an egg. So I'm going to cater to you. Whatever you want, I'm going to give you. I want you to stay calm. I want you to be happy, this and that. And I cried the more because my first situation didn't happen like that. It was like a full war, Mind you, I was like, my first time is like hell got up from where it was and sat on earth. That's how bad it was. So I thought the same thing was going to happen with my husband, and it didn't. And I cried the hardest. And this is why I'm telling y'all, ladies, this is what I'm telling y'all. When you have babies by men who are undeserving, you will wind up with the short end of the stick. Hey, Melania, what's up, baby? You will wind up with the short end of the stick when you mess with men who are undeserving. That they don't mean you no good. That's what I'm telling you. But when a man that comes to restore, do you hear what I'm saying? Hey, Grace, what's up, baby? When a man comes to restore, it's different. When he comes to restore, he's coming to heal. See, not everybody get that grace. You don't always get that type of grace. Do you understand? That's why when I say that to y'all, that my husband gave me grace, I mean it. I mean it. This man loved me enough to work through the issues that I was going through. This man loved me enough that he knew I was a good person and that I had a clean heart, that he wanted to train me. See, a man who wants to teach you, he wants to keep you. How many times do I tell y'all that? A man who wants to teach you, he wants to keep you. So that means, baby, you got to learn the assignment. You got to do better. At least strive for change. At least strive for change. Hey, Big E, how are you? I see you. All you got to do is like hold the screen, and then you'll see the like button. So that's why I'm telling y'all. A lot of y'all are married to amazing men. A lot of y'all have amazing husbands, but you don't see them. You don't see them because of the training you were taught by your mama and your aunties and your grandma. So you believe the training that they gave you, and what's going to happen is it's going to walk you out of your blessing. It's going to walk you out of your blessing. A man that takes time to want to train you to be his wife, this is a blessing, because that means he wants you. He wants you because he wants to teach you. See, a man that lets you just do whatever you want to do, he's your problem. He's your problem. Thank you, King. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? He's your problem. A man that lets you do whatever you want to do, he never holds you accountable. He just lets you do all types of bullshit. He's your problem. The one that corrects you on your ish, holds you accountable, that's your king. That is your king, because he doesn't want to see the kingdom fail. That's your king. That's the one you need to be under. The one that won't let you do bullshit, that's the one you need to be under. I'll share something with you. See, a lot of people say that, oh, this man got to have 6 figures. He got to be 6 inches, not 6 inches, I'm sorry. 6 inches, you know what I'm talking about, below or whatever. And he got to be 6 feet tall, right? This is what they say. That's not true. That is not true. I have dated men that are taller than my king and never showed them 1 ounce of respect like I do my husband. And the men that I have dated can contest to it. I have been nice to them. That's it. But if they say some shit to me, I will curse them out. 2 shorts to shit. But my king, you will never hear me go off on him or curse him out. You will never hear it. And my king is not as big as the men that I have dated. My king just don't take shit. He don't take shit. See, those men that I have dated from my past, they ain't know what to do. But the day that I called myself trying to get indignant with my king said, we will not be doing that. We won't be doing that. You're not going to talk to me like you lost your mind. Just like that. Just like that. You're not going to talk to me like you lost your mind. With his accent and everything. Okay? Hey, Almond Eyes, what's up, baby? So when you get men in this space, on this social media space, they will tell you, oh, you need a man who a certain height and you need a man. Nope, you don't. He just gotta be masculine. That's it. He just gotta be masculine and let you know I'm not gonna let you walk all over me. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's all you need. And he ain't got to be screaming and calling you all out your name and this and that. He ain't got to be doing none of that, because my king don't do that. My king don't curse like he crazy, like how I do. You might hear 1 or 2 cuss words out of this man, but this man will talk to you as calm as I'm talking to you right now. Right now, in this time. This man will talk to you as calm as I'm talking to you right now and give you a full on correction. Baby, and when he gonna walk you from point A to Z, and then he gonna tell you, do you understand? He ain't had to scream or curse or get indignant. He just gonna talk to you and walk you through A to Z. And by the time you get to Z, you gonna understand what he mean. And when he finish, you'll be the one to saying you sorry. This is what I'm telling you. Listen, ladies. Listen. See, only how anything can change is that you have to want to change. You have to want to change. That's only how anything can change. You have to want to change. Thank you, Malik. I appreciate you, sir. You have to want to change. See, a man can't do nothing without you wanting the change. Proverbs 31. I love that. You have to want to change. No matter how hard this man tried to change you, you yourself, baby, have to want to change. You have to want better. When I say to you, I was raised in the hyena kingdom, baby, I was there, honey. I know all the nonsense that y'all have done, because I have done it. It's like a never-ending cycle. It's a never-ending cycle. And we think it's okay because this is what your mother did. This is what your grandmother did. This is what your aunties did. And so you think it's okay. Melania said, according to today's women, that's gaslighting. Ooh. I like that. I like that. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad they think it's gaslighting. I'm glad they think it's gaslighting because I'm gonna share something with you. I like to how you say that? I like to set shit on fire. Yes, honey. That's why my content make them so angry that they got to call me all out my name. And all I'm doing is spitting the truth. Okay? All I'm doing is telling the truth. That's the whole kit and caboodle. All I'm doing is telling the truth, and it aggravates them. I'm not sitting up here saying that I'm a perfect woman. I'm not. I can never be. But I'm saying that I know your end. You have to change your mindset. You have a good husband. You have a good man in your life that love you. Took you with all your flaws. And he said, I deem you worthy to be my wife. I deem you worthy to be my wife. But because you're listening to forces outside your marriage, you will destroy it. You're listening to people tell you nonsense, you will destroy your home. My sisters, I don't know why I'm coming with this message tonight, but somebody needs to hear this. Change your mindset. Your husband is not your enemy. He's not your enemy. Stop believing that this man is against you because he wants to give you correction. Stop believing he's against you because he's telling you something is wrong. When I look at, you know what, I'll share this with you. BET is a prime example. Y'all saw how everything happened in BET. All the people who were on stage, all of them were women. Every award that was given was a woman. Every performance was a woman. They had woman on woman, even on the stage. See, they used to say anytime you want something done, send a black woman to do it. Y'all ever heard that before? Anytime you want something done, send a black woman to do it. She gonna do it. When they sent the black woman in and said, we need you to do X, Y, and Z, and we gonna give you this amount of money. And the assignment was to help take down the black community. She signed up for that. She signed up for that. That's why it's easy, because she was trained with the famous words of, I don't need no man. We're the only culture that believes that. I don't need no man. No other culture talks like that. Only us. Nobody see that there's a problem there. Malik, you right. Zaddy applications. Nobody else believe that that's wrong. Something is wrong somewhere. We are better together. We survive better together than apart. The best thing that the enemy has done, and it helped them tear up generations of our bloodline, was to tell the black woman, you better than the black man. You better. He the slave, you ain't the slave. Mind you, we both the slave. We both the slave in our mind. We have to learn how to break those chains in our mind. How can one slave think that they better than the other slave because somebody gave you extra than one slave? Mind you, when shit go wrong, both of y'all got to deal with the consequences. We need each other. I don't care who tell you what. We need each other. Our children are suffering for it. See, people will get up here and tell you, oh, why would you want to stay married? Oh, don't just stay married because of the children. Let me share something with you. I'm not telling you to just stay married because of the children. I'm saying you stay married because y'all loved each other. Learn how to work on that love that you had. Learn how to fix what's going on. Learn how to work as an oiled machine. That's the thing. People will always tell you, I fell out of love. I fell out of love. So if you fell out of love, you can get back in love, can't you? Can't you? But we miss that part because y'all want to take new applications. Y'all want to do that instead of you working on yourself. You rather go build a new relationship with somebody else than work on the relationship that you have now and implement those corrections. This is the thing that aggravates me so. We get up here, we critique our men like they ain't nobody. We critique them and make them feel like they ain't shit. A-Team, I'm glad you brought that up, that balloon show, because I had just watched when they had a young man up there, okay? And a woman said, "Do you have kids?" He said, "No." And she has 3 kids. And she said, "Well, do you want more kids?" He said, "Yes." And she popped her balloon. She said, "The sad part is that I like you a lot." And she said, "Because I like lame guys." That's what she said. She liked lame guys. So if he's lame, right? If he's lame, why would you say, you know what I'm saying? Why would you come out the blue and say, "Oh, you a lame guy"? He's lame because he's quiet. He's not thuggish. He not in the street. He not doing nonsense. He not spraying money on strippers. He's lame. He's lame. And this is the thing that y'all, after you have shared your body, shared your womb with everybody, now you want to look for the man that is quiet, that don't do much and this and that won't hold you accountable. But these are actually the true kings that want to teach you and train you. But y'all never want them because those are the ones that hold you accountable. See, Pookie and Rere and those jesters, they give 2 shits what you do. They don't care. They give 2 shits what you do. Those ones who y'all call lame and he quiet and he don't do nothing and this and that. He just go to work and come home and take care of his family and pay his bills and all this other stuff. Those are the true kings, but y'all call them lame. Those are the ones that gonna teach you how to be a true wife for him. See, only a man can teach you how to be a true wife for him. See, your mama can teach you what you need to know being a wife if she was a wife. But if she was never a wife, she can't teach you. So you're coming to this man with a raw mindset. Okay? You coming to this man with you have no understanding on how to be a wife. So if he coming from a 2-parent home, okay, or either he was trained under a true king, it could be his grandfather, his uncles, his godfather. Long as the man had substance and taught him how to be a man, he's going to be able to teach you how to treat him. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? A lot of y'all have husbands that in your mind you will say this man is lame. But this is the same man that will set the earth on fire if somebody do something to you. This is the same man. See, Pookie and Rere ain't gonna do shit. They gonna say they gonna go mess with another baby mama. That's what Pookie and Rere gonna do. They gonna jump to another woman. But the king that truly loves you, he will set the earth on fire if somebody come fuck with you. Melania is right. Taking care of the bare necessities. I hope I said that correctly. Make you corny. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I will be on the curb right along with him. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, 18 said this man is going to lay down his life for you. Yes. Hey, Miss, she said, how are you? It's good to see you. The thing is that you gotta understand and stop listening to people. You know the thing that irks my nerve mostly about the balloon popping show is that all of them are like sheep. They're like sheep because they will find one thing about this man. All of them will pop the balloon. You're not really there to find somebody. You're not. Some of y'all not going there to find somebody. Some of y'all going there to just be on demon time. Some of y'all go there, y'all don't even like men. Some of y'all don't even like men. You just go there because you want to say some shit and get a sound bite. You just want to get a sound bite. That's it. Y'all not really going to look for no relationships. And so these women who watch it, they just laugh and think it's funny. They just laugh and think it's funny. Nobody takes heed to the message. You sitting up there and you saying you want a relationship, but you're not willing to put the work in. A lot of y'all will miss your blessings because you're copying other people. You say he's lame, he's corny. You know, he's lame, he's corny, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. All this other nonsense that you are spewing out of your mouth and you think it makes sense. All the nonsense that you call yourself talking, you think it makes sense. And you will walk yourself out of a blessing. He's lame and he's corny. You didn't even get to know this man. Some of y'all right now walk yourselves out of husbands because you don't know how to talk. You don't know how to speak to him. They always say a man has, and this is a Caucasian woman who said this, okay? And I'm quite sure she heard it from someone else, okay? Because that's what we do. We regurgitate stuff on social media. I do it too. I'm guilty of it too, okay? But she said a man has a fool and a king in him. And you got to know who to talk to. You got to know who to talk to. If you talk to the fool gonna show up. If you talk to the king gonna show up. And if you talk to the king every time, that's who gonna show up. That is who is going to show up every time. But you know, I know y'all want to hear it, but it's true. It is true. Stop listening to the days of old where these women were brainwashed into believing that our men ain't shit. A lot of them missed out on good men because they believed this nonsense. Because they were easily fooled into believing that our men ain't shit. And the true reality is it was the men that they were picking that ain't shit. But we will classify all black men in one bubble and say they ain't shit. But when black men get up here and say, y'all women ain't doing the right thing, y'all quickly say, don't classify us all together. Now, first of all, black men know all black women ain't on demon time. They know. But they have to clarify, they have to make it like that. They have to classify it like that because you want to know why? Some of us who are not on demon time, we don't speak out. We don't say, oh no, that shit is wrong. You know what we do? We sign up for that fake sisterhood and say that this makes sense. We sign up for it and say it makes sense. Only some of us who, and now listen, I'm about to break this down. Some women were born lionesses. Okay? That means she came from a kingdom. Her father ruled and taught them how to behave. Those women were born lionesses. And then some, shout out to Crimson Cure, some came from the hyena kingdom, but they were actually lionesses inside the hyena kingdom. Because you want to know why? They knew something was wrong. They knew that that did not make sense. So they didn't want to stay there in the nonsense. This is why when you see a woman that is a loner on social media, she don't have to do a panel all the time. She can rock her shit by herself. This is a lioness. This is a lioness. Do you understand? Green Beans is right. You can't tell who is who because we're standing too close. We're standing too close to the hoes and the chicken hoes. And that's the truth. But I'll share something with you, and I will continue to share something with you. The lionesses are the ones that speak out against foolery that their sisters do. Those are the ones that will say, I'm not going to agree with the shit y'all doing. The shit you doing is fucked up. You having babies by men that you don't know on a one-night stand. You fucking people without condoms. That shit ain't right. You having babies out of wedlock. That shit ain't right. You're promoting being a baby mama. You're promoting being a single mother by choice. That shit ain't right. Women who speak out against that, she's a lioness. Those ones who agree with that foolery, she's from the hyena kingdom. If she agreed that it's okay for you to be fucking 5, 6 men and you got 6, 7 babies and this and that, and you don't know who the baby daddy is and all this other stuff, and you get the women that be like, well, at least she getting money for those kids. If you get women like that, she's a part of the problem. She's a part of the problem. But when you get women that will get out here and say, no, that shit ain't right. That shit ain't right. Why you got that many kids like that? What are we doing? Okay, what are we doing? Those kids supposed to know who their fathers is. That's a lioness. A lioness will call you on your shit. But they immediately say, when you calling people on their shit, they immediately say, she's a pick-me. She's a pick-misha. She this, she that, she ugly. She looked like Silly from The Color Purple. All this nonsense they will say about you. Oh, she a slave. In her marriage, her husband tells her what to do. And the sad part is your husband's supposed to tell you what to do. Your husband is supposed to tell you what to do. That's the thing that we miss in our community. We miss that part. He is the protector and the provider. It's so bad that people can't even correct y'all if you doing something wrong because you immediately say, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Only God can judge me. So I'm taking something from y'all playbook. Just like I'm up here talking about you, and you want to get mad with me and you want to curse me and all this other stuff, I'm going to tell you like y'all tell me, only God can judge me. Only God can judge me because I'm calling you out on your ish. Only God can judge me too. I had a woman last week that rebuked me in the name of Jesus. Yes, she did. She rebuked me in the name of Jesus, honey. I had to turn around and rebuke her back. I said, everything that you said to me, may it be turned around and be cast upon you. Because I'm saying what is going on is wrong. So you want to rebuke me. Sometimes it make me sad because we sit up here and think that Yahweh agrees with us doing foolery, you know, because you said only God can judge me, you know. Only God can judge me. But God said judge righteously. The elders is supposed to correct the young. And at times the elders have to correct each other when they doing foolery. You know how many older women is in this space that teach these young women, get your coins, get your money. You know how many older women get up here and teach these young women that nonsense? It's okay to have hoish tendencies. It is not. Hey, Ricky, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. It is not. But we will sit up here and we will believe that God is pleased with the nonsense that you're doing. Because after you have done your nonsense, you get in here and you like, Father, forgive me for what I have done. And you think that's it. A punishment still has to come. You understand? A punishment still has to come. Even though you ask God to forgive you, he accepts the forgiveness. Yes. But a punishment still comes down the pipeline. See, but in the church, they'll make you believe that long as you ask God to forgive you, no punishment comes. That's a lie. That's a lie. A punishment still has to come. What does the Bible say? The wage of sin is death, right? He ain't say no small sin, no big sin, no little sin. He ain't say none of that. He said the wage of sin is death. We always miss that part. We always miss that part. A lot of us play with God. A lot of us do. And we think it's okay. We think it's okay, and it's not. We out here making babies and they turning into monsters because there's no owner's manual. No owner's manual is raising these children. You out here giving your womb to Tom, Dick, and Harry. Baby, the discussion about us saying, well, he's supposed to put on a condom. It breaks my heart because I'm going to share something with you. It's your body. You opening up your body to a stranger that's going to do exercise on you. And you won't even tell him to put on a condom. And then about a month later, your body start telling you something wrong. Now, it could be 2 weeks later as well. All right? Your body start telling you something is wrong. And you go to the doctor. Okay. Hello, Mr. He said, how are you? Wonderful shirt. Wonderful show tonight. It was amazing. Thank you, sir. And your body start telling you something is wrong. And then when you get to the doctor and the doctor tell you you got something you can't get rid of, baby, your mind go back to that night that you let that man lay up in you without a condom because he looked good. Or he looked like he ain't had nothing. How y'all always say he looked like he ain't had nothing? She ain't had nothing. She looked like she ain't had nothing. How can y'all say something like that? How do you tell somebody don't have something? As old as I am, I can't tell if somebody got something. Yes, as old as I am, and I'm from the era where you get left home alone and you watching your siblings while your mama is out and your daddy is out. Long as you know your ass ain't supposed to go to the door, they don't care how many times somebody knock on the door. I'm from that era where we walked home alone and ain't had nobody to be walking with us from school back and forth. We walked home alone. I'm from that era. I'm from that era when the lights turn on the street. Your ass better be in the house. You better be in the house before the lights come on. I'm from that era. And I ain't saying I'm highly educated. I am not. I can't sit up here and tell you I know everything. I do not. I'm just streetwise and got a high school diploma. That's all. I'm nothing like anybody else in these YouTube streets. I just get up here and talk shit. That's it. And tell you the shit I've been through. And tell you that I know your end. Listen, let's stop having these babies who are not wanted. Let's stop having these babies that are not wanted. Let's stop giving our womb to men who are undeserving. You know who is deserving of your womb? Your husband. That is who is deserving of your womb. That is who is deserving of your womb, your husband. He's deserving of your womb. I know that's going to roll over some of y'all heads, but I'm going to say it anyway. That is who is deserving. If you got any hoish tendencies, it should be unleashed on your husband. Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have any hoish tendencies, it should be unleashed on your husband. Let him get the benefit of you doing nonsense from when you were young. Because he took the time. I'm about to take a book from Ricky. I'm about to take a page from Ricky. He took the time to buy used pussy. Yeah, I said it. That's what he did. He bought used pussy and deemed it worthy. So if you want to do any hoish behavior, do it with your husband. Do it with your husband. The marital bed will never be You know what I'm about to say? You got to do better. We having these babies that's unwanted. all this type of sexual transmitted stuff is going on? Why do you want to be counted in the number saying that you got something? Oh, because you believe you can tell that this person got something? You believe you can tell this person got something. You cannot believe you can tell. Get out my face with that nonsense. Get out my face with that nonsense. The man who took time to give you his last name and put a ring on your finger, this man deserves all the respect and honor. You want to know why? Because he bought you when nobody else wanted to. That's nasty, right? It's nasty, right? But it's the truth. He bought you when nobody else wanted to buy you. Stop listening to your friends tell you, girl, you still got it. Somebody out here wants you. They only want to fuck you, baby. That's it. That's it. They only want to fuck you. But the man who laid the ring on your finger and gave you his last name, he want to swing you from the chandelier for a lifetime. This is the truth. I don't care how many men hollering at you in your DMs. I don't care how many. They just want to screw you. And a lot of married women, y'all mess that part up. You will destroy your marriage because some man is hollering at you. Or they ask you, is you happy in your marriage? It ain't, listen, baby. Listen. That does not make sense. Are you happy in your marriage? And if I'm not, is that your business? I'm married. That's what I told you. That's what it is. Everybody always say, what is the solution to our problems that we talk about on social media all the time? The solution is stop giving your womb to men who are undeserving. Stop letting Pookie and Rere bloodline continue. Learn how to talk to a man with respect. Learn how to change your mindset when it comes to a man. Stop believing the false narrative that your grandmother and your aunties and your mama have taught you. Especially if they ain't got no man. They ain't got no man, baby. Don't get no advice from them. They don't know how to even take care of man. Stop listening to them. You got to understand it. I always give this scenario and I tell y'all, if you don't let the OBGYN doctor go up in your vagina raw with his hands and he just finished eating a big ass sandwich, if you don't let him go up in your pussy with his hands raw, you ain't supposed to let no man get up in you without a condom on. I don't care how good he look. I don't care how good he look, baby. I don't care how good he look. A mindset change needs to be done. Listen, this is the thing. Now I see what you put. I see what you put. I see what you put, Washington. My husband is the ungrateful one. Mm. Okay. My husband is the ungrateful one. So you gonna tell me you didn't know that while you were dating him? You gonna tell me you didn't know while you were dating him that he was your problem? You gonna tell me you didn't know? Hmm. Because y'all, y'all like to do that. Y'all like to do that. Y'all like to do that. Y'all like to say he the problem. He the problem. He the problem. But the thing is that did you know it before you said yes? Because if you saw the red flags before, why do you continue on with the relationship? And you marry and you say he fooled me. A lot of y'all say that. He fooled me. But I mean, to each his own. You're gonna do what you want. That's how it is. In some people marriage, that's how it is. But I'm gonna share something with you. You should never, it should hurt you to talk bad about your husband or your wife. This is the truth. Because you and him are one. It should hurt you to say anything evil against your husband or your wife. It should hurt you because y'all one. You shouldn't even feel good about sitting around talking bad about your husband or your wife. That's how you know that there's a problem. When you can go to strangers and say, your husband or your wife is this, your husband or your wife is that. To a stranger, you can come and talk bad about your husband or your wife. That's not good at all. I'm sorry. It's not. You and him are one. I'm hurting. And that's why you got to pray. Talk to God. He would love to hear from you. Talk to him. Talk to him. You got to talk to God. God don't play about his children. You got to talk to God. When you going through something, you got to talk to God. A lot of people will get up here, they will tell you that they spiritual. Okay? There and Mr. He said was talking about this today. That they don't have substance or a foundation where God is in the midst. God is the foundation. They don't have that. Those are the ones you have the most problem with because they can't tell you what is right and what is wrong. One day they over here, the next day they over there. See, you need to have somebody that can stand on something. Baby, you got to pray. You said I'm hurting. You got to pray, baby. You got to get in that closet. Get in the closet. Get in the closet. Crack the door just a little bit. Get in here and start praying, honey. Start praying. And another thing too, start talking to this man calmly and kind with respect. You could imagine how things will change in your marriage. I watched something on IG. There was a young girl, she just got married, okay? And her and another young lady does content together. They're both married. And the other person who's on the podcast had did a video about how you talk to your husband when you marry. Now the other one said she has like this masculine attitude and she was just raised like that, more than likely the hyena kingdom like me, okay? And she was raised with a masculine attitude. She said many times her husband would be sitting in the car in the driveway for like 20, 30 minutes. Okay? 20, 30 minutes sitting there holding the steering wheel because he didn't want to come in the house. And she said from the video her co-host did, it made her start looking at her husband differently. The co-host was giving advice in the video saying, if your husband is always sitting out in the driveway, he unhappy. Start treating him like the king he is. Start talking to him with more respect. And this is why I always tell y'all, stay in servitude when you marry. Stay in servitude. This helps. This helps. Even as long as me and my king been married, going on 17 years, I always grab his plate. I always bring him his plate. I always rub him down after a day's work. And he's so used to it, it's crazy. It's like clockwork. After he shower, he want me to rub him down and everything. Stay in servitude even when you don't want to. You want to know why? Because even when he don't want to, he paid the bills in the house. Even when he don't want to, every 2 weeks, his check get decimated. Even when he don't want to, he do it because he is the provider and protector. Okay? Even when he don't want to, he do it. Stay in servitude. Let him know you care. Talk to him with kindness and respect. Rub on him, touch him, kiss him, be affectionate with him. She said that when he came home one day from work, he sat out in the line in the driveway. He was holding the steering wheel. He sat out in the driveway, and after 30 minutes, he came in the house, and she had his bedroom slippers and his house coat at the door. And she said, "Hello, sir. How was your day?" His whole face changed like this. Now, I don't know about sir. I call my husband King. I don't know about sir. But she said, "Hello, sir. How was your day?" He said, "What's wrong with you?" She said, "I just, I wanna greet you. Hello, sir." He said, "Hello." And he kissed her. And then he took off his stuff. She put on the house robe and put on his slippers. And when he came home the next day, he hurried up and got his behind out the car. He got out the car real quick, grabbed his stuff, got out the car. She was at the door again with the house coat and the slippers. "Hello, sir. How was your day?" He kissed her. "My day was fine." He was so excited, this and that. Why was he excited, y'all? Why was this man excited? Because she found what? What did she find? What did she find? Care. She learned how to respect her husband because of a video her co-host put out on social media. She never respected him before because of her masculine behavior, what she was taught, that she thought was right. Do you understand? I like what you said, Malik. Finally came home to peace. See, men are simple. They are so simple. They are so simple. They just want to be cared for because they're caring for the household. They want somebody to care for them too. See, when you alienate him, y'all upset with each other, right? So you on one side of the house, he on the other side of the house, and you not gonna give in because why? Why you ain't gonna give in? Because he gonna say sorry to me first. Stop letting arguments linger. Stop that. Go get under this man. You sad, go get under him. Lay on him. Lay on him. Let him caress you. Kiss him. Tell him you appreciate him. This is the thing that we miss in marriage. Because I'm going to share something with you. When you don't do these things, a man can become hard. A man can become hard because he feel you don't give two shits about him. He can become hard. If you always affectionate to him and kissing him and rubbing on him and pulling his beard and laying on him and this and that, the day when you don't do it, baby, the day you don't do it, and you call yourself trying to separate from him. I have done it 2 days in a row to my husband. It was so funny. It is so funny. I just went upstairs. He was in his man cave, and I did not usually sit in his man cave with him, but I went upstairs, just lay down on the bed and relax. Okay, I was up there a hot 15 minutes, and he like, what the hell? He come upstairs, slam the door. Why you leave me downstairs? I said, what are you talking about? I just thought you want. I ain't want no time by myself. And I said, why you getting upset? He said, no, because you just going to leave me like that? Mind you, we have always been around each other. Going on 17 years, we always around each other. Okay? Like, we just love each other company, even when we aggravated with each other. Okay? Because our marriage is not perfect. We have ups and downs and all that stuff too. But this man was mad with me. He going to tell me, you better stop. And then he laid down on my side of the bed so I couldn't get comfortable. And then laid on me. Okay? This is why I'm telling you that affection needs to be there. Just because you married does not mean you can't act like you boyfriend and girlfriend sometimes. Because when you were dating, the affection was there. The love was there. The caring was there. And now that you married, you like, oh, nah, I ain't going to be doing all this. No, this is when you get better with it. This is when you get better with it. See, a lot of men have this thing that they were told once you get married, love making stop. But I'm here to tell you that's a lie. That is a lie. That is a straight lie. There are a lot of women right now. What time is it? Going on 11 o'clock up here in Jersey. They're getting it in right now. Okay? Getting it in right now. There are a lot of women who love making love to their husband. Y'all ever had that auntie that when they had a cookout and her and the uncle disappear somewhere, now their kids is grown and stuff, their kids is at the cookout with their children and stuff like that, and their kids is married, and you always got that one auntie that the uncle always walk up behind her and say, baby, you smell good. Everybody got that auntie. I'm that auntie. I'm that auntie. I'm that auntie. That's what I'm going to be, baby. I'm that auntie. That's that auntie that she go walk off with her husband and he smack on her ass and all that. I'm that auntie right there. Okay? That auntie that's still fresh with her husband. That tell him, daddy, you still look good, daddy. He look at you, say, baby, come on now. Come on now. Don't talk that talk. You know there's going to be a problem when we get home. And she tell her, baby, I want that problem, honey. I'm that auntie. Love your husband while you got him, baby. You don't know the day God will take him to glory. You don't know. There's a lot of women who woke up today and their husband is gone. And they might have had a bad argument with him the day before. And God took this man to glory. You don't want to be one of those women that say, shoulda, woulda, coulda. A lot of us have not been taught how to handle a husband. I wasn't taught either. A lot of us were not taught how to talk to a man. I didn't know it either. A lot of us is too masculine that a man don't even want to be taking the time to be bothered with you because he don't want to be arguing with another man. A lot of women will tell you on social media, I don't need to be his peace. He need to be my peace. Let me share something with you. Once you his peace, he gonna be your peace. Once you his peace, he gonna be your peace. You wanna know why? Because the world has disrespected him. The world treat him like shit. So when he come home, he needs you to be his peace in order for him to be your peace. Because the world has done him wrong for the 8 or 12 or 16 hours he been out there working to maintain his family. He has encountered bullshit all day. So he needs somebody that is going to be his peace when he get home. Honey, I love you. How was your day? When my king get home from work and I see the lights come on the driveway, I'm at the door. I'm at the door all the time. I'm at the door. I say, honey, I'm so glad to see you. How was your day? And he said, baby, it was good. I'm tired. What you cook? And I tell him, babe, you know I already made your plate. Your stuff is ready. I get that towel and his slippers. As old as we've been married, that's what I do. We've been married a long time and I still keep that same routine. You want to know why? Because it brings my husband peace. It brings him peace. Now, at times, my husband will say, babe, don't cook today. We gonna do something else today. Do you understand? Listen, a mindset change needs to be done, my sisters. If you've been married before and the marriage did not work out, and you can get up here and say that you never played a part in the marriage falling apart, you lying to yourself. Because if you get up here and say you didn't play no part in the marriage falling apart, you are lying to yourself. And I don't suggest that you get married again until you figure out what the hell went wrong. Because all you're going to do is bring somebody in on some foolery. There are a lot of women that will say, I did everything that you saying that you did. Everything I'm telling you right now. There will be a lot of women that will say, I did everything you told me. Oh, thank you, Trey. How are you? It's good to see you. There will be a lot of women that will say, I did everything you told me. Everything. I fucked them. I did all this stuff. I cooked. I cleaned. I did the bath water. I did all this other stuff. And then I'm going to ask you this. Did you respect them? A lot of y'all forget that part. You probably did everything I said you did. You know, everything that I'm telling you that I do. Mm-hmm. But you didn't respect them. Every time y'all got into an argument, you ran and told your family or your girlfriends. Anytime this man give you a directive, you immediately start shouting at him and going crazy on him. But you'll tell me, I fucked him. I was sleeping with him. but you was nasty to him. You was nasty to him and you ain't respect him. So how can you tell me that it's gonna work? How can you say, oh, well, all the things I did, I thought I was doing it right, but you didn't respect them? See, I'll share something with you. Once you respect a man, right? Once you respect him, love follows. Love follows. Once you respect them, love follows. But check this out. If you love a man first, right? If you love a man first, respect does not follow. If you love him first, respect don't follow. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy, right? Because you could love a man all you want, but you could disrespect them in public and in private. Mm-hmm. You can talk about him like a dog, but you love him. Can you imagine? But if you respect him first, you can't say shit about him to anybody. You can't talk bad about him to anybody. You can't have people all in your business and talking bad about your husband because you respect this man. And no other man that you know could come before him. So that's why when some of y'all get out here and y'all say that, oh, I done everything that you said, take heed. I done everything that you said. But the one thing you didn't do is that you didn't respect him. Yes, Malik, I like what you said. And you won't let anyone talk shit about him. It's true, you won't. Matter of fact, they'll be scared. Thank you, Mr. He said, I see you, sir. Take heed. I appreciate you. And I'll share something else with you. And people will be scared to say shit around you about them. Because they know you will go the fuck off. You understand? They know you will. Let somebody say something about my husband. Baby, let somebody say something about my husband. Family member or not, you gonna get cursed out. You gonna get cursed out. I'm gonna curse you out. By the time I'm finished, you gonna feel two shorts to shit. Okay? You gonna feel two shorts to shit by the time I'm done. You gonna say, I ain't gonna never say nothing about her husband again. Yes, you won't. You damn sure won't. The thing is that we have come to this conclusion in our life and in this culture, we're going to say the Western world, that it's okay to disrespect and humiliate your husband. It's okay to demasculate him. I hope I said that word right. Demasculate him. It's okay. Because why? He's a man, you know. We believe that makes sense. He's a man, you know. He can take anything, you know. All the disrespect and everything. Okay? He can take it. That's what we believe. Once you respect your husband, once you respect him, baby, everything else trickle down easy in your marriage. It's only when you don't respect him that's your problem. That's your problem right there. That's when the marriage will fail. And I'm going to share something with you. You got to respect him before marriage. You can't just say, no, I'm going to wait till we get married, then respect him. You got to respect him while you're dating. You got to respect him while you're dating. Because if you don't respect him while you're dating, you're not going to do it when you get married. You ain't going to give two shits about him when you get married. See, women will get up here and say, I'll submit to a man. I'll submit to a man once he married me. Once he married me, I will submit to a man. That's what they will say. You're lying. You can't. If you have not shown him respect while you were dating him, you gonna treat him like shit once y'all get married. You gonna treat him like shit once y'all get married. When me and my king was dating, okay, when we were dating, I had a healthy fear of this man. I ain't talking about scared, like, oh, somebody gonna hurt you, this and that. I'm not talking like that. I said I had a healthy fear of my husband. Do you understand what I'm saying? I had a healthy fear. Because my husband will call you out on your shit. He don't care. He don't care. If you do some fucked up shit, he gonna call you out. Mind you, he not gonna curse. He not gonna scream. My husband is not one of those types. He talk to you calmly. But he gonna dog walk you. He gonna dog walk you from A to Z. That's the whole thing that you got to deal with after you done did some fucked up shit. And I be in my mind like, oh, I don't even want this relationship no more. I don't want this relationship no more. And you know what my king told me? He said to me, let me share something with you. This is a lifetime affair, baby. This right here, this is a lifetime affair. Because I'm teaching you something that you're doing that's wrong and you don't want me to call you on it. But you're going to learn. Because you will be my wife. You going to learn. So this is why I have so much respect for my husband. Because he didn't let me do bullshit. He didn't let me. He's the only man that I've ever met in my life that never let me do bullshit. Never. Even when I cried like a baby because I did some bullshit. And I could tell you I took some money from the accounts. And I cried thinking that I was going to get away with that mess. And you know what he told me? Go wipe your face because we still going to talk about that money. I don't care if you crying. We still going to talk about that money being missing. You cannot pull the wool over my king eyes. He will correct you in mid-sentence. That's one thing I love about him. That is one thing I love about him. So y'all women who get up here and say, I will submit to a man when we get married, right? But I'll share something with you. And it's a little fresh and I know it's late, but I gotta share this with you. You will submit to a man when he fuck you. You submit. Do you understand what I'm saying? When he fuck you and tell you put your head down and ass up, you're submitting. When he get up and mount you like a horse, you're submitting. Yes, you're submitting. I know a lot of y'all don't want to believe it, but it's true. You're submitting. And I'll share something with you. A brother gonna preach this for me tonight. He gonna preach this for me tonight. Hear what he gotta say. Shout out to Culture Shock Invasion on IG. Listen to what this brother said.
Another one-on-one with another sister. And I'm going to tell you something I didn't realize. Social media verbiage and social media talk is permeating its way into real-life relationship discussions. Perfect example. The sister says she's dating a guy, He wants her to clean his house sometime, wash his clothes, take it to the cleaner. She says she ain't doing wifey stuff before she's a wife. I said, well, what do he do for you? She said he cut my grass, pump my gas, pay for things. I said, well, he kind of doing husband stuff, but I said, have you fucked him yet? She said, oh, yeah. I said, what's more wifely than letting him bend you over, stick his dick in you, and jam it in you from the back, put his elbow in your back, grab you? What's more submissive or wifely than that? I said, did you fuck him raw? She said, yeah. I said, well, what did you could get pregnant? You could have his seed and be submitted to him for 18 years of life, but you don't want to wash the nigga clothes yet. Ass backwards is that. How the fuck is he's gonna know that you're wife material if you don't do wife stuff? But if you saying you don't do wife stuff, don't fucking raw, baby girl.
He's right. If you don't want to do wifely stuff, don't be fucking this man. Don't be fucking this man. If you don't want to do wifely stuff, don't be fucking this man. That is one of the perks of being married. Okay? That's one of the perks of being married, that you have to be fucking this man on the regular. Shout out to my sisters who fuck their husband on the regular. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my sisters who drop it like it's hot on the regular on their husband. The rest of y'all bitches that don't understand the assignment, y'all gotta go sit down somewhere. Yeah. But he's right. This man is doing all these things, treating you as a wife. But when he asks you to do something for him, you say, I don't do wife duties. But he fucking you. That's a wife duty. You're supposed to fuck your husband. That's a duty. The only problem I have is that a lot of y'all listen to the fake sisterhood that will lead you wrong and destroy your foundation. All because you want a hot girl summer. All because you believe in these women that's teaching you bullshit. Even the older ones are teaching bullshit. But they call it game. I'm trying to teach you some game. They ain't teaching you nothing. They ain't got no man. They ain't got no man. You got to be leery of these women who every time they come to social media and they tell you men ain't shit, watch out for them. Watch out for them. Those ones that tell you they get more pussy than a man, watch out for them. Those are the ones you gotta look at them two-sided. Something is wrong somewhere. King said misery loves company. Yes, it does. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. And it's sad that we think it makes sense. Y'all listening to women who are broken. Broken. But let them tell it. They'll tell you, I'm healed. I'm healed. I was broken, but I'm healed. Check this out. This is another demon right here. Listen to this one right here.
I need you to address me on these facts that I just said. Men are incapable of love, and I just told you they ramp down emotion, they ramp down empathy, and ramp up hard dick. I'm trying to... So hard dick is love? I'm trying to figure out. I'm confused.
And the sad part is she believed all that she said. Because if men don't have empathy, right? If they didn't have it in their DNA, if they didn't have it in them, right? A lot of people in this world would be in trouble. When disasters happen, a lot of people will have to fend for themselves, if that's true, that men don't have empathy. That's a damn lie. Anytime in the face of danger, you will always see another man come rescue you from a man who is on demon time. Because if they did not have empathy, a lot of men in this world that is on demon time will be able to do whatever they wanted to women and men. But you will have other men that will come up, okay? Other men that will come up and protect you from some other man that is on demon time. So when you get women that come to social media and say men don't have empathy, she's the demon. She's the demon. She's the problem. Because I don't know how you can sit on social media and believe that. Because if the house burned down today, if your house burned down today, there are firemen that are coming to save it. Do you hear me? If a hurricane come today or a tornado, there is a man that is coming to save you. If a building collapse, God forbid any of these bad things happen, but if a building collapse, there are men that will be on the team to come and rescue you and whoever else that is in that building. It's rarely women that they put out in the face of danger. I love what Trey just said right now. The mere fact that women aren't the slave, are not the slave, force shows men have empathy. I hope I said that correctly. If men want to make women do, yes, they, women couldn't stop us. It's true. It's true. We couldn't. But you will have content creators that will get out here and say men don't have empathy. I'm going to share something with you. A man has a cleaner heart than a woman. I know y'all don't want to believe it, but it's true. Because a woman can be pregnant. Let's talk about it. A woman will be pregnant. Let's say it's a man doctor. She'll be pregnant. She'll tell the doctor how painful it is. She's hurting, this and that, whatever, right? And he will either get her some notes so that she'll be able to stay home and get some rest. He will contact the job and send all this stuff to the job to get her on some bed rest, right? But say she have a woman doctor, and the woman doctor have been through pregnancy as well. She immediately would say, oh, it's not, you're fine, you can handle it, you can handle it. Mind you, this woman is hurting, but because the doctor had an easy pregnancy, she believed this woman is lying. She believed this woman is lying. It's only when something bad happened to the woman, okay? Or the woman loses the child, God forbid. And now the woman come back and tell the doctor, I told you I was in pain. I told you this was going on, but you didn't believe me. It's only until the woman who was carrying the child cursed the doctor out and get indignant with the doctor. Now the doctor believed that this woman was telling the truth. You see that? You see that? So when we say that men don't have empathy, you got to tell me, you got to go into more detail. We need to see some scenarios. Because we do know that some men are on demon time. We know that. But there's some women that's on demon time too. But y'all always like to just put a scenario for a man and say that this is what it is. Malik is right. Women don't like each other off the rip. It's true. We don't. We don't. A woman who is a lioness, and this is the truth, she can function alone. She could be around other women, but she can function alone. Function alone meaning not around other women. But she can be around men and everything can go fine. Ain't that crazy? She could be around men and everything can go fine. There'll be no problems. Or she can just, her best friend is her husband. Her best friend is her husband. The one she close to, she tell all her secrets to, is her husband. And she'll be fine, just like that. Because when women, when most women who don't know, how can I say this? When most women don't understand who they are, they're jealous of other women. They are jealous of other women. When they don't understand who they are themselves, they're jealous of other women because they see, oh, this woman gets praises and people talk about her and this and that and stuff like that. But they never mention me. You're jealous because you don't know who you are. People can say stuff to you that will rock your core and it'll make you think, I ain't supposed to be doing this social media shit. You know, because you don't know who you are. You don't have somebody that encourage you and tell you, baby, you are a queen. That's what I named you. You are Abang Anwa. That's what you are. That means queen, baby. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? I'm trying to give you some good. There are women that are jealous of you because you have a good husband. There are women that are jealous of you because this man loves you. She sees it. She sees it when he's around you. So she will give you shit to go and say so that you will hurt this man. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. We are our biggest problems because we secretly get jealous of each other. Why her? Why her? Why she married? I look better than her. I look better than her. My body look better than her. This and that. You know what I'm going to tell you? It's your attitude. That's what I'm going to tell you. It's your attitude. That's why you're not married. It's your attitude. Your mouth will block your blessing. Mr. He said it best tonight. He said it tonight. He said, it don't matter how you look. It don't matter how you look. It doesn't. It's your approach and how you talk to a man. I always give y'all this scenario. Malik said that mouth. Yes. I always give y'all this scenario. Y'all remember, the ones who always follow me, this is the scenario. There'll be two women at a bar. The man will come up. He will be a high value man. And I mean high value. I don't mean he got money. I said high value in character. Okay? All right? Now, you know he going to have some money. He going to have something. But he not going to be all this nonsense y'all be talking about on social media. But he's going to be a high value man. Now, when he walk in, he going to see me. And he going to see a slim sister. Body tight, beautiful, everything. Got her hair, all that. She looks good. Okay? He walks over to her first. They start talking. And she opening up her mouth. And all you feel is masculine energy coming from her mouth. That's it. Masculine energy. See, the queen of the hyenas, Okay? Ebony K said it best. The queen of the hyenas. And now the queen of motherhood by choice. Okay? She said it best. She said, I dress very, very feminine because I'm masculine. She told on herself, I dress very feminine because I'm masculine. She told on herself. So just like the woman sitting at the bar, once she opened up her mouth, she is all that masculine energy. And the man looked at her, he said, oh, you know, dear, you have a wonderful day. He shake her hand and he moved down to a couple seats down from her. Okay? And I'm all the way at the other end of the bar. And the first thing he say to me, just like this, ooh, sweetie, what you got on? That smell good. And I always say, because y'all know I love white diamond. I said, oh, baby, that ain't nothing but white diamond. He walk over. Because why? He feel that feminine energy. I don't even know if I really have feminine energy because I always have like a seduction. But Trey always say it's still the same thing. But I have a seduction type of energy. Okay, I always use that. I've always used that on my husband. It has always worked. Okay. So now he comes over because my greeting, my tone, welcome him. You see what I'm saying? Ladies, you will block your blessing if you don't know how to talk to a man. You will block your blessing if you don't know how to treat one. This is your problem here. A lot of us have been taught all this foolery growing up, and we think it works in the real world. It doesn't. It doesn't. See, you saw your mommy and your aunties and your grandma mistreat men that you grew up with. You want to know why? Because those men were Pookie and Rere's. Okay? They were Pookie and Rere's, or they were son husbands. They didn't have a masculine bone in their body. The women were masculine. Because masculine don't attract. Somebody got to be feminine in that thing for that thing to attract. See, a masculine woman she's not going to be able to coexist with a masculine man. See, when I met my husband, and I always like to go back to this story, but when I met my husband, I already had masculine traits. I already did. I already did. Was raised with it and everything. Masculine traits and all that. But I had seduction mixed in mine. Very seductive. I've always been like that. Even as old as I am, I'm still like that. Just fresh. Okay? And it was until I couldn't bypass my king. Like, I would do some nonsense and think I could bypass him, but he was like a force. I couldn't push him. And that's when I knew I was in trouble. I was like, oh, wow, I read this wrong. Because I have always been dominant. But I read this one wrong when I met my husband. See, that's why I told you, be mindful, because just because he's quiet don't make him weak. Do you hear what I'm saying? Just because he's quiet does not make him weak. See, every other man that I had encountered, I was able to be whatever I wanted to be and them not call me on it or correct me. But when I met my husband, he was like a force. You gonna get this correction because you're not gonna talk to me like you crazy. You gotta understand that only how a change will come is if you learn how to talk better. You learn how to have respect for your husband. A lot of y'all miss that part right there because you don't respect this man. You don't respect him. 18, I see you, baby. You don't respect him. So this is where your problem is coming in at in your marriage. You don't respect this man. You don't care anything about him or what he say. And when a man feels like his opinion doesn't matter, excuse me, he will become a whole wall in that house. He will become a whole wall in that house. And you know what's going to happen? That work wife going to be able to break that wall. Then you're going to have a bigger problem. Because the way you're treating this man at home, he's looking for love and affection outside. Because the way you treat him at home. You got to do better. You got to do better. You got to change your mindset. Baby, I can't help you get over no girl, honey. You got to pray that off you, honey. I can't help you get over no girl. I see what you wrote. You got to work on you. You got to work on you. You got to do some healing in you. Just because somebody hurt you doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, baby. It don't mean that's the end of the world. You got to work on you. Talk to God. He would love to hear from you. I tell y'all this all the time. Get a relationship with God. Talk to him. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay because you're hurt. It's okay because you hurt. But you got to pray on it. That's right. 18 got it. Go ahead, baby. That's right. Put that energy. That's right. But I want to share something with you, family. And I'm going to let y'all go because I've been up here a while. I just wanted to come up here and say that to y'all because I always talk about the hyena kingdom, but I was born into it. I was born into the hyena kingdom. I know the shit that you're doing. I know it. I know your end. You're welcome, my dear. I know your end. That's the thing. I know the whole situation. I know how this will end. I'm trying to show you, don't go this route. If you can take anything from the shit that I come up here and say, and it helps you, baby, you blessed. Because all I'm doing is coming up here talking shit. All I'm doing is coming up here talking shit. When you get up here and you don't do the right thing by your husband, I know your end. When you get up here and you don't do the right thing by your children with how can I say this? When you don't let these kids be around their father, I know the end. It's very, listen, it's not It's a nightmare, baby. It is a whole nightmare. Stop letting these women that's from the hyena kingdom tell you it's okay to be a single mother. It is not. It is a nightmare. It's the hardest thing in the world. Stop believing that men are the enemy. Stop believing that men are the enemy. Mm-mm. I know you ain't just put that in my chat, baby, because death been on my mind too much. You listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to understand this very clearly. Okay? You don't do anything that's going to hurt you because somebody wronged you. You don't do anything that's going to hurt you because somebody wronged you. If you do anything to yourself, that person's still going to live their life. They're going to still live their life. They're going to still go on and get married and have children. Don't you go and try to hurt yourself because you think this person gonna care. If they wronged you, baby, they not gonna care. Never think about stuff like that. Talk to God. Talk to God. That's the wrong thing to think that you think you should do. Love yourself. Go to the mirror right now and tell yourself, I love myself. This is the thing that we tell our young girls when they're young. Tell yourself you beautiful. My brothers, y'all got to start doing that. If your mama ain't tell you that, y'all got to start doing that. Go in the mirror. Tell yourself, I love myself. I look good today. My beard look good. My haircut look good. Start telling yourself you look good today. Talk to yourself in the mirror. And say, I love myself. The hardest thing and the hardest job in the world is being a man. You want to know why? Because don't nobody love y'all. Don't nobody love y'all. That's the hardest job in the world is being a man. But I'm going to share something with you, baby. There's somebody out there for you. This is just a lesson. This is just a lesson. You know what to look for. The next time when you get out there again, you know what to look for. You got to understand that. Tell yourself you deserve better. It's okay. That's all right. You said some of me want. It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's okay. It's a healing process you got to go through, baby. You ain't gonna immediately just turn it off. It don't happen like that. It take time. Anytime you do something, it take time to get over. But that does not mean you lie there and take foolery. Get out that house. Go to the park. Walk around. Oh, see, now that been a year or more. That's too long. That's too long. You better get outside. You better start going to the gym. Go to the park. Talk to God, first of all. Go get into a good church family or something. Baby, you ain't supposed to hold on to it like that. Don't you hold on to it like that, because I'm going to share something with you. That same person you worried about, this person with somebody else. That's right. Well, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Listen. I understand. My family. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. It take time, baby. It take time. Keep talking to God. Keep talking to Him. But you got to. God said, "You take one step, I'll take two." God said, "You take one step, I'll take two." Get out there. Start working on yourself. Get out there, start working on yourself. You said you talk to God, that's good. Start going out. Okay, I see what you're saying, but you got to do it. You got to do the work yourself. You got to do the work yourself. This is the thing that most people mess up on in social media. Mhm. This is the thing that most people mess up on social media. You looking for someone on social media to help you. That's the wrong thing. Hey, Black Man Unfiltered. I see you. How you doing, sir? That's the problem. You worry about someone on social media who don't know you from Adam, trying to fix your problem, and God is the one that can fix your problem. God is the one that can fix your problem. You got to learn to work on you. You ain't the first person that's been hurt by someone that you love, that is in love. You're not the first person. There are other people who have been in relationships that they have been hurt and they move on. They move on, baby. You got to move on. That's okay. That's okay. You popped in. That's no problem. But I'm letting you know you better let that go. Let it go, baby. Let it go. Through the Fire Podcast. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. You got to let it go. You sitting here worried about that person and they don't care nothing about what you worried about. Let me share something with you. Your person is out there for you. Your person is out there for you. That special person is out there for you. But you got to work on your past and release that pain. You got to work on it. Don't say I hope. It's coming. It's coming. Let me share a little tidbit with you. I'm going to share a little tidbit with you. God has a way of moving people out of your life because they're trying to send someone there. So they have to remove some people out your life so that the true person can enter. This is the truth, baby. I tell you no lies. The person that is in your space is not right. So God has to get in here and remove. Okay? He has to get in here and remove. And the person that's coming is coming to restore. They're not coming to destroy. The next person that's coming in your life is coming to restore. But you got to be ready. That's right. That's right. He heard conversations in secret places that you were not there. Do you understand? So you stop worrying about this person. This person didn't mean you no good. Because if they meant good for you, y'all would be together. Now, all I want to do is say this to y'all. That's right. All I want to do is say this to y'all. You got to know when you're dating if this person mean good or bad for you. That's why you got to be slow with sleeping with people. You got to take your time. You got to take your time. Because if you don't take your time, honey, sometimes sex will blind your eyes. Somebody won't be good for you, and because that pussy is good or that dick is good, it will blind you, make you think that, this person is good. That's why you got to be slow to opening up your legs or laying that pipe down. Be slow to that so that you can see the true person and not the representative. Because it take the representative a while to leave you. It take the representative a while to disappear. I know mine only stay for a good 6 months. My representative stayed for a good 6 months and then she gone. Because you want to know why? She was able to get the man to fall in love with me. She was able to get him to fall in love with me. And only man that I have encountered all my life, and I hope I never encounter another, that was able to call me on my ish was my husband. And he said, I kind of felt that aura when I first met you, but your representative was really nice. I looked at him. I said, oh yeah. He said, yeah, she stayed for a good 6 months. Thank you, dear. She stayed with you for a good 6 months, and then your true person came out. But the thing is, my king was ready for the true person because he knew he wanted me. But he didn't want to take the true person. He knew the true person needed training. Shout out to my king for showing me grace and mercy. Even at times when I ain't deserve it. I love you, honey. Even at times when I ain't deserve it. So the title reads, Take Heed was born into the hyena kingdom. So this woman that you see before you that come up here and talk shit every day, I'm from the hyena kingdom. But the only thing, somebody came by and showed me grace and mercy. And I am the lioness you see before you now. Because my husband took a chance on me. I go live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not all the time, though. Sundays I miss because I got things to do with my family. But more than likely, I'm always on time. Y'all take heed to the message. Everybody have a wonderful night. And this is my first time going 2 hours and 39 minutes, y'all. This is crazy, right? Much love to all my mods. I appreciate y'all staying up with me tonight. And to everybody who stopped by and said hello. Thank you for coming to rock with me. While y'all here now, please hit that like and subscribe button if you feel the content. If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate by Super Chat. You can also donate by Cash App as well. My Cash App is in the bio, okay, on my channel if you want to donate. Also, if you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmracksfashion.com. Okay, if you wanna shop with us, and the links are in my bio on YouTube. Also, YouTube makes you sell merch if you're a content creator. So they have cups, mugs, hoodies, water bottles, all those things. Just go to the top of my page in YouTube and scroll to the top and say shop our store. You can go check it out and see if you like anything, you know, and you can shop with us. But, excuse me, but if you buy from YouTube, they are, the customer service rep. They ship out everything on that side. But if you buy from us, I'm your customer service rep. Okay? So y'all take heed to the message. Thank you for whoever donated. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the ones who hit that like button. If you feel my content, hit that like button. Okay? If you feel my content. If you don't, baby, keep scrolling. They got other content creators here. You don't have to watch my shit. Okay? Much love to y'all all. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming to rock with me, and I greatly appreciate y'all. Take heed to the message.